Welcome back. I'm with Amanda Robinson, a sixth grade teacher from Pike County at Millard School. And her innovation project was a writing project using technology. So what is your project and how did you come up with the idea?
This year my students get to use the laptops. I have the laptop lab in my classroom every day, and I wanted to come up with a way for my students to publish the writing that they have done throughout the year, because writing is one area that my kids would groan when I'd say it was time to do a writing. But now that I found some web-based application programs, my students are excited. When I say it's time to write, they say, how are we going to publish this? How can I show it off to my friends, to my mom?
Yep.
And I'm able to actually share it through the web page, and then our school shares them out through Facebook, so our parents can watch the videos or the animations that our students have created.
So you got $1,000 grant
Yes.
to do. So what were you able to purchase with that?
With that, I purchased 3 different software memberships for each one of my students. Each student has their own login. They have access to it for all classes. They're actually using it in their science class and in their social studies to use writing in different content areas and show off their knowledge with different creative projects.
Okay. Well, you know, and I'm sure you're going to develop some writers out of this.
Absolutely.
I know I was a sixth grader in Roswell, New Mexico, and I wrote a little thing, and my teacher encouraged me. She said, if you write anything, I could read it to the class. And I started writing science fiction short stories, and that just really got me into a little bit of a writing career.
I have some of my students who don't want to share their writing, but they like with these programs is they're anonymous. I can post their video and other people can see it, and when they realize that other students are really impressed with them, you know, you can see the smile on their face, and then they're ready to say, hey, that's my piece. I use it a lot with my reading class too, to respond to the things they've read. For instance, my kids, during Black History Month, we read the story about Jackie Robinson. And as a reading response, I had them create the conversation between Branch Rickey when he is trying to convince Jackie to come to his team as the first African American in Major League Baseball. And to hear the voices of these characters come alive with the animations that these kids have created and the word choice, and just, it's amazing to see it, where I wouldn't have seen it on a piece of paper. But with the web-based program, you can actually watch it, and I was really intrigued to see the different ways my students came up with projects.
Well, so as a teacher, what have you learned?
What have I learned with this? I've learned that it's often a great thing to address different avenues and go about things differently. Like I said, my students are more encouraged to write now that I have found these programs for them. And writing is fun. They look at it as fun. They're excited to write, even going into 7th grade.
Okay. What will you do this next year? You've launched the project, and you know, a lot of times we'll change things a little bit. Do you have any ideas of how you might change it or enhance on what you've done?
I'd like to get it started earlier, and I'd also like to incorporate my other 6th grade teachers, math and my social studies and my science, and as they create pieces for me, they can start using this in their classroom for the students to develop, to master their content too.
Okay. Well, Amanda, congratulations on your great work.
Thank
and we
you.
thank you so much for what you're doing. And thank you for being on our show.
Thanks so much.